a Jamaican is like being a tree planted by the waters and spreading its roots by the rivers, so its leaves shall ever be green, and it shall always bear fruit. Since our independence, Jamaicans have made significant strides in education, culture, and economic development. Despite our struggles, there have been remarkable global accomplishments, particularly in athletics, cultural diplomacy, and music.
No matter where in this world I go, I am a Jamaican. No birth papers I have to show, 'cause I am a Jamaican. No matter where in this world I go, I am a Jamaican. No birth papers I have to show, 'cause I am a Jamaican. I have Jamaican walk, them here Jamaican talk, 'cause I am a Jamaican. Them here Jamaican chat, them say Jamaican bop, 'cause I am a Jamaican.
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Jamaica Magazine. I am your host, Audrey Williams, and we're in the middle of our Emancipendence season. And so we have much to share with you. It all connects back to where we came from and where we're heading. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the news.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 2, 2024. Jamaica and Japan will be deepening collaboration in the areas of disaster risk management, climate change, civil security, and economic development. The Ministry of Finance has signed a Memorandum of Cooperation, MOC, with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, to formalize the partnership. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, has welcomed the assistance, pointing out that a major component of the agreement is an emergency credit facility at concessional terms.
Jamaica has advanced a multi-layered disaster risk financing framework with the cooperation of multilateral partners, and we're pleased that one of the main focuses, one of the main areas of this memorandum of cooperation has to do with disaster risk management. And we're looking to, as soon as we sign this arrangement with JICA, I've indicated to Dr. Tanaka that we want to move on the very first element, which would be contingent, they call it secure, and which I think Dr. Tanaka will talk about, an emergency credit facility at very, very, very concessional terms that triggers in the event of a natural disaster.
State Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Alanda Terrelong says this Memorandum of Cooperation is a welcomed, important demonstration of the long-lasting bilateral partnership between Jamaica and Japan.
We have had the privilege for the past 35 years of hosting a JICA office right here in Kingston that has allowed us to narrow the distance between our countries while ensuring that our engagement remains strong.
The agreement was signed at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service on Wednesday. The Jamaica Defence Force JDF has named and commissioned the country's latest maritime asset, His Majesty's Jamaican ship HMJS Marcus Garvey. The offshore patrol vessel is the sixth and final in the current contract with Damen Shipyards and represents another layer in the country's maritime security capacity. Speaking at the ceremony on Tuesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the ship not only represented a significant enhancement of the country's maritime capabilities, but also a steadfast commitment to the security and prosperity of Jamaica.
The impact of this vessel extends beyond national security. It will enhance our search and rescue operations, ensuring the safety of our seafarers and tourists. It will also support our blue economy by combating, as I said before, illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, thereby protecting the livelihoods of our fishermen and preserving our maritime ecosystem.
The JDF's Chief of Defense Staff, Vice Admiral Antoinette Weems-Gorman, reveals that the HMJS Marcus Garvey is equipped with state-of-the-art technology and will be manned by a highly trained and dedicated crew. Explaining the reason for its moniker, she says the name Marcus Garvey resonates deeply within the hearts of Jamaicans.
As one of our national heroes, Marcus Garvey's legacy of empowerment, unity and resilience continues to inspire generations globally. It is fitting then that this ship, which will serve to protect and safeguard our nation's waters, bears the name of a man who dedicated his life to the upliftment of his people.
The national security apparatus also benefited from the presentation of 40 new vehicles to the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF this week. They include 20 Mitsubishi L200 pickups, 7 Toyota Hilux pickups, and 10 Kia Sorento sport utility vehicles procured at a cost of over $313 million. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang handed over the keys to the JCF at the Office of the Commissioner of Police on Wednesday. He says they will be used to further help reduce crime across the island by increasing the police's mobility. Since 2016, the government has spent more than $4.8 billion on the acquisition of motor vehicles for the JCF and is projected to spend another $8.7 billion over the next 3 years. The JCF is exploring a policy to possibly write off and dispose of force vehicles after 5 or so years to ensure that it maintains an efficient fleet. The Senate has approved legislation to nullify demerit points recorded against all driver's licenses prior to February 1, 2023, when the Road Traffic Act 2018 came into effect. The Road Traffic Reprieve and Nullification of Prescribed Notices Amendment Act 2024 was piloted in the Upper House on July 26 by Government Senator Matthew Samuda. It was previously passed without amendments in the House of Representatives on July 16. The bill proposes to make minor amendments to the Road Traffic Reprieve and Nullification Prescribed Notices Principle 2023 Act to ensure its accurate and efficient use.
Like the 2023 Act, the bill affirms the intent to afford persons a period of reprieve to address outstanding matters for the motoring public in respect of the prescribed notices issued before February 1, 2023 under Section 116 of the Road Traffic Act 1938 and to nullify demerit points recorded against all driver's licenses before February 1, 2023.
As such, outstanding tickets issued before February 1, 2018 and demerit points accrued up to February 1, 2023 were made null and void and not carried over to the Road Traffic Act 2018. Additionally, for all tickets that were paid by January 31, 2023, the demerit points were expunged.
Since the enactment of the 2023 Act, we have listened to the motoring public and judges and decided to propose some minor amendments to the Principal Act, which are captured in this bill.
The Ministry of Agriculture has begun a major effort to treat the rising yam rust disease threatening yam fields in South Trelawney, Northern Manchester, and Clarendon. With $9 million allocated for the procurement of fungicides and spray equipment, the ministry is taking decisive action to support farmers and curb the spread of the disease. The effort, which is already underway, comprises the delivery of fungicides and spray pans to farmers in the affected areas. During a recent tour of impacted farms in Trelawney, Portfolio Minister Floyd Green emphasized the urgency of the situation and provided details about the ministry's approach to tackling the disease.
Today I know we will be handing out some chemicals. This is part of a bigger program that we have in this yam belt to provide the chemicals for the farmers to do the spray.
The assessment from the tour revealed that Negro yam crops have been particularly hard hit by the disease.
We do the research, but we can't wait until we decide what is best. Once we see some impact, we must provide the farmers with the chemicals so that they can go start the application and really try to slow the spread of this disease. We have seen what diseases have done to a number of crop lines. We can't afford that to happen for yam.
To enhance the response and ensure comprehensive support, a collaborative team has been formed involving the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, the ministry's central officers, and the Bodles Research Station. And finally, Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams is urging school board chairpersons and principals to commence their annual school cleanup efforts earlier than usual. She made the appeal during Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. Minister Williams explains that this early start will allow ample time for any necessary repairs or replacements to be completed before schools reopen on Monday, September 2.
We're asking our principals to begin no later than Monday, August 12th, just in case in the process of the cleanup, items are discovered that need to be replaced or restored. And so we're asking for this earlier deployment.
To facilitate these efforts, she announced that the ministry would expedite the processing of grants designated for minor repairs, supplementing the funds already allocated to school regions. In the meantime, Minister Williams is extending her gratitude to teachers and principals who have joined in the post-Hurricane Beryl restoration, acknowledging their vital role in preparing schools for the upcoming year.
We are committed to working with our boards and principals to enable schools to be reopened on Monday, September 2nd for the new school year.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Jamaica's road to independence is a fascinating story that's inspired creative expression on many a canvas, sculpture, paper, and a musical score. The long-running festival song competition has presented a particularly rich treasure trove of declarations of love for this our island home. Its many standout acts, like the one we feature next, have skillfully helped us to feel the rhythm and affection we have of our island home.
A familiar beat that once you hear it, you know what's coming next. It was the song that would change the life of a long-waiting singer forever. The beginning of what would be a parade of hits, creating the persona Father Festival. The year was 1971, and Eric Donaldson was working an odd job painting houses. But his true aspiration was to establish himself as a singer, doing what he loved most and earning from it. His ambition brought him in and around the music circuit, at studios writing for established singers, hugging the spotlight he was longing for. But let's take it back a little further.
1970, there was a producer called Mr. Minot coming here looking some reggae song, hit songs. I go to audition with him at Dynamic Sounds. The Slickers was there and Iman was there. About maybe 20 artists was there. But it come down to two songs, which was Cherry Oh Baby and Johnny Too Bad. The guy was there talking and complaining, and he don't know which one of the song to sing, to pick, and he picked Johnny Too Bad.
Walking down the road with a pistol in your waist, Johnny Too Bad.
One of the time I end up at Derek Harriet Place on King Street. Come like Derek never recognized the song either, and he picked a song over my song called Love I. And I said, boy, are you going to the competition with Cherry Oh Baby? Because I still have my mind on it. So it's a good song.
Yes, his confidence in Cherry Oh Baby persisted, despite it being passed over several times.
There was a man in the area called Mr. Daly, and I was painting his house with the Cherry Oh Baby song in my pocketbook, and like one of the man I come to paint, and I said, but Eric, I hear that is a crooner. You know, and I said, yes. I said, what do you have? So I sing the song for him, the Cherry Oh Baby, and he said, boy, that song deserves a prize, you know, Eric. And even that boosts me and give me some more impetus to move on with the Cherry Oh Baby.
He entered the 1971 Jamaica Festival Song Competition for the first time and...
Exactly what I think would happen. That's what happened. I was a winner.
Eric admits that this was a song that propelled his music in and outside of the national competition. So, who is Cherry?
It don't base off of nothing personal. But there's a rumor going around that there was a girl living in the area named Cherry. And there's a rumor going around that Cherry was my girl. But Cherry wasn't my girl. And I want to tell you too, the name of the song wasn't Cherry, oh baby. It was singing, oh, 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 my little darling. And then somehow on the last verdict I said, put Cherry, oh, call her name, you know. It's just a name.
Sweet Jamaica is now on the move. Help me with my song and let the people them come sing along. Take up your cutlass, a shovel and your hoe. Take up your books, them people let us go. Call out the youth man, brother, let us show. Sweet Jamaica, we really want to grow.
Eric's second win 6 years later, and most definitely a hit, was Sweet Jamaica, a song written by his friend Winston Wallace.
I said, Wallace, this song going to win, you know. Yeah. So you certain? I say, yeah, man. So you take it to Gov Cooper and Fab 5 and they recorded it and I voiced it and it was exactly so.
That year, he won 3 prizes for Sweet Jamaica: Best Song, Best Performer, and Best Singer. Wallace's second offer would be no different when the duo collaborated again the following year.
I will never leave her shores. I will never run away. I will always believe in the black, the green, the gold, I say. Our nation great above the trials. We must face the test of time. Cause our people, they are strong and we are going to get along. Though some people say we are poor, but the progress you make, my friend, is not always a ritual.
Music is something that is inborn, you know. Because from a tender age, I used to just hear the sound of music in my ears and listening to other type of music on the radio, and it's like something just inject the music in my system. So I just say I'm going to choose music.
The catalyst to that melodic injection started as early as 13 years old, when young Eric would peruse the local papers for lyrics to his favorite songs.
They used to have those songs coming out in the Star. I think every evening they used to have songs from America come out in the Stars. Stackerly, them type of music. So I used to cut them out and paste them in my exercise book till I have a fat exercise book. I started to practice those songs and learn off some of them too, you know.
You check a ride on a minibus. Destination Kingston, the Kingston. Suddenly we came to a stop, and then I look around. It was red lights, green lights, yellow lights, turning upside down.
Having won the competition 7 times, Eric is a staple in Jamaican festival music. And while he is grateful for this, he is bemused as to why this love has not filtered to the tracks he has made outside of the competition by the people in the land of his birth. All the while, Brazil and countries in Africa have embraced Eric's other songs over the years.
The same love of the common people, Lonely Nights, Cinderella, It Is Love I Gave You, Trouble in Africa, Give Me Some Loving. All those songs are hit songs in different countries. I will sing them all 2 different times on stage. One thing I say, all these songs that I do and they are hit songs in different countries, right? I want to know if these songs are not good enough for Jamaica people. Otherwise, the people who are listening to my songs and accept them, they must be stupid. In Jamaica, have all the knowledge.
His frustration has not dampened the mood of this proud Jamaican. He is proud of the platform the competition has given him, and at 77 years old, he is still going strong.
With a whole heap of sweat and tears, we have journeyed throughout the years. Love crisis was in our way. We prayed and we struggled and we won the day. So I am proud to be Jamaican, and I love to me homeland.
Thank you for staying with us. Arts and culture are richly embedded in the Jamaican DNA, and the theatre has long served as a flourishing space for this. The island's history with theatre predates even emancipation, with the first constructed in the 1750s. But its very distinct and unique Jamaican artistic style, with its mix of music, drama, and comedy, really flourished in the wake of independence. We give you front row seats to this story next.
Just before independence, with the great expectations of what was to come, that excitement would have informed the context within which we thought that it was now okay to put ourselves in art, whether it is music, dance, drama, painting.
It's all better. When you see an artist on the stage, from the way he's dressed, to the movement on the stage, the way the lights were, and everything, it's all better.
The infectious nationalist movement of the 60s was clearly shaping several areas of the country's cultural landscape. But further to this new movement was the rise of a grand theatrical legacy that underpins the emergence of some of the most impactful writers, directors, performers, and theatre groups in the country. The 1960s made an urgent call for decolonization. There was the development of Afro-Jamaican forms of theatre, mostly because of the works of pioneers such as Louise Bennett Coverley and Rani Williams.
One of the things that comes to my mind as I think about the transition is something which the Honorable Louise Bennett Coverley once wrote about the pantomime. That the pantomime was grand, the pantomime was bright, and how much she enjoyed it, but nearly everybody white. And so if we have that as a pre-independence context in which we operate, then we would be able to see more clearly how the meaning of independence, that we are now in control and we can represent ourselves to ourselves as we see ourselves in theatre, would have impacted what we created.
On the eve of the country's independence in 1961, the Little Theatre opened its doors. That period too saw the emergence of the Barn Theatre, the island's first professional theatre company. It began capturing the optimism of young Jamaicans who were eager to move away from European ideals.
Independence signaled for Jamaica a great opportunity for us to shape our own national identity and to define who we were as a people. And so I feel like theatre at that time would have evolved from the influences of European theatre and would be a little bit more reflective of our own definitions of who we are and the things that were happening in our society.
At the turn of a new decade came the rapid rise of Caribbean expression, and Jamaican theatre was now at its peak. The Jamaican School of Drama emerged. The 70s later gave rise to the Montego Bay theatre movement. Of note too was the staging of the 1976 Caribbean Festival and Arts, CarFesta, under the leadership of Wycliffe Bennett. And then, emerging later, was Jamaican Roots Theatre.
Oh, hello. Pretty?
Dread.
By opening up the arts and to the great mass of people, it means that everybody now putting on plays and taking part in plays.
Roots Theatre was using slapstick comedy to comment on current issues and focus the working class as the real heroes of society. There was also the rise of activist theatre, with new theatrical groups such as the Sistering Theatre Collective.
And that occasioned another shift about who we believe can be on stage and what kind of stories they have to tell. That opened a new window for women in theatre.
The 80s continued reflecting the vibrancy of Jamaican drama. The Little Theatre Movement's 1981 Panther, Pirate Princess, made it all the way to London, showing at the Hackney Empire Theatre. The 80s also welcomed the newly established pantomime company with its first production, Trash.
I think was also born in that period of time that we realized that theatre isn't about you kin your teeth and that's it, as much as we learn to take kin teeth, keep a heart bun. But theatre is a very important arena of education.
So your face looks so sour, woman. I feel so sour that if you put me beside a glass of sugar and water, it bound to turn lemonade.
The 90s heralded a new era for theatre. Jambiz International was formed, with many of its productions focusing on humorous entertainment.
There's no K in certificate.
This period was also marked by the staging of Theatre Fest, a festival of 4 plays. Much of the Jamaican theatre of the 1990s has spilled over into the 2000s and remains a commentary on social issues.
A lot of what I see coming out of theatre in this moment is relationships. And this is why I say it's a reflection of society, because coming out of COVID-19, a lot of what the society has been anchored on is relationships. How have families come together to survive? How have organizations learned to depend on employers? What is the employee relationship?
And Nancy pick up him.
Today, storytelling as a genre of theatre is becoming increasingly important, especially through organizations like Entukuma, popularized largely through the works of Louise Bennett.
Right planting going. Long live Louise Bennett. Long live Charles Hyatt. Long live Ranny Williams. And many others. They have certainly opened that door. A, because they did talk so, and B, because they did us the favor, the honor of recording our stories for us.
This Independence Day, immerse yourself in a celebration of resilience and renewal at the Denby Agricultural, Industrial and Food Show. Mark your calendars for August 6th, when the event unfolds for one day only, with a focus on the theme, Building Back Agriculture Through Resilience. In the wake of Hurricane Beryl, Jamaica's agricultural sector was hit hard, but the spirit of recovery and innovation is stronger than ever. The Denby Show is a testament to the dedication and hard work driving our journey towards food security and sustainability. Here's what you can look forward to at this year's event. Farmers exhibits. Meet local farmers and explore a diverse range of produce and agricultural advancements. Educational seminars. Gain insights and knowledge from experts on topics crucial to the future of agriculture. Kiddies Village. Fun and interactive activities for the little ones, ensuring that they too have a memorable day. And live entertainment. Enjoy performances from local artists, adding a lively soundtrack to your day. For further details, contact the Jamaica Agricultural Society at 876-922-0610. No matter where in the world I go, I am a Jamaican. We've reached the end of our program. Get a recap of everything you saw here and more on our website, jis.gov.jm. I'm Audrey Williams. Walk good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.